Deus benedicat. It's God's will, not ours. On this Sunday, I pray that everybody lives a blessed and American life. That their American lives not be lives of suffering and poverty, but of prosperity, harmony, and peace. If you want peace, you can have it. Surrender this second. We're Americans. We will not comply with bigotry, tyranny, or oppressive adultery. We will stand firm, as Scotland will stand, Ireland will stand, and England will stand. We will fight to the bloody last, if necessary. I make these statements recognizing the risks of my chosen profession that I volunteered as a Ranger, trained by Lieutenant Colonel Michael J. Kelly. Donald Trump is currently building a multi-billion-dollar tower, hotel, and resort in Dubai. While our American schools are left underfunded, our firehouses have been abandoned and used as money laundering hubs. Our National Fraternal Order of Police has been compromised by Stasi operatives and Al-Qaeda accountants who have embezzled billions of dollars meant to keep our troopers alive and get them technology that can help prevent crime before it even happens. By fixing the circumstances of despotism in American communities, we will reduce crime by 95%. We will reduce the risk to our officers and troopers by 99%. We will increase the prosperity for the American public, the safety, by 99%. We will also reduce the fear in the general public of the government by 99%. Those of you who didn't understand the orders in 2010 when all of Europe picked up a mask and stood against financial apartheid, regardless of race, color, religion, creed, or national origin. The Republic of the United States, founded by King George and the Continental Army and the Sons of Liberty, is a place where all men, women, and children are created equal under God. Now, certain people tried to manipulate our treasury, which since 1986, Irish children don't have to be forced at bayonet point in the mines to harvest the gold for the American dollar. Our current cash system is a limitless resource if properly used. But it don't work if you only do it from the bottom to the top. Or let's say the top to the bottom, because the pyramid schemes that have been running corporate America have done nothing but enable the enemy and fuck over our communities, our farmers, and our families, and the Gold Star children who are left behind by the brave men and women who serve in the armed forces throughout every war this country has ever seen. To rob those children, those grandchildren, those great-grandchildren of their inheritance and legacies is high treason, not only against the continental United States and the Western Hemisphere itself, but God, who gave birth to this glorious nation through the zeal and tenacity of men like those who serve in the United States Marine Corps. Which is why certain liberal moles in Congress have been trying to pass legislation to dismantle the Corps, which to even try to write a law to deprive America of liberty and its sacred protectors is in direct violation of 18 U.S.C. Section 242. And because people have died because of this bullfuckery since 2001, those responsible are subjected to the maximum penalty of that statute, which would be a firing squad. Some of these old Prussian bastards that infiltrated our ranks are so prideful, they would let me nuke myself before they cut me a paycheck. I, however, in good faith and allegiance to my oath, as an infantry commander and a chaplain, and the chief of the Miami. I have to sound off, sir. You had Tupac killed. He served for us in Somalia. You used him to move guns from the Ukraine. You had the Princess Diana killed because she was asking questions about how landmines from the Ukraine ended up in South Africa. You used racism to weaponize the FOP against our people. You laundered Escobar's money through the National FOP and Fire Department accounts, which were managed by my grandfather, Howard Earl McKinley, great-grandson of President William McKinley. I have lived a selfless life in service to this nation since I was sold at birth and adopted. And I was raised, groomed, and to command. Neural fusion is a permanent biogenetic process. You did it to me when I was 10 years old. You trusted me in confidence and gave me a field commission as a lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps for me to do all that cyber web snare work, which was highly classified until Kash Patel tried to end web snare. That's not an FBI program. It's ran by the Marine Corps and the Defense Intelligence Agency, which admittedly had somehow been subverted by Stasi operatives who just got removed from office. The Department of War was headquartered at Fort Benjamin Harrison in 1994, at the same time the people that I've just mentioned that were killed was shut down at Fort Benjamin Harrison in Indianapolis and subsequently hacked and looted by Bureau 121 and Stasi software engineers in bed with Hamas, Al-Qaeda, who have infiltrated and mined our communities with every gas station since Anna Nicole Smith was pimped out. They have crippled our economy on purpose, and they're trying to turn America into a private country club for the rich at the expense of genocide. In Indianapolis, the Ukrainian-built new jail facility has a crematorium less than 150 yards from the fucking courthouse doors. This is a kangaroo jurisdiction that has been completely compromised and weaponized against law enforcement personnel and military personnel that crossed through the crossroads since the 1800s. Indianapolis was a prisoner of war camp during the Civil War. Despite what the history books say, there's a reason General Lee did not take command of the Union Army. He 100% trusted Lincoln and didn't want war. But he also knew better than to trust the northern factories owned by European bankers. You'll never beat the Irish. I think it's time to sit down and sign a deal. Because Mr. Trump, I could have had you collared under the Biden administration for everything I just mentioned. I didn't. You did receive the official arrest warrant from the Department of the Army dated March 19, 2028. On March 19, 2025. I still have my freedom of speech and I'm still doing my job and I still haven't been fucking paid. I got fired upon under your emergency authorization in 2016. All right? There's a lot of intel I've collected you need and HSI needs, like ASAP, or their agents are going to get hurt. Semper Fi.